The Alaskan crab industry is one of the most dangerous and lucrative fisheries on Earth, a brutal blend of ice, money, and risk. Every season, fleets of steel giants push into the Bering Sea, chasing red and golden king crabs worth millions. But behind the TV shows and headlines lies the real machinery of this high-stakes world, the crab pots themselves. These colossal metal cages are the backbone of the entire operation, each one built to trap fortune beneath the freezing waves. And some of them are so massive, so valuable, that a single lost pot can mean the difference between a record haul and financial ruin. These are the top 10 biggest Alaskan crab pots ever built, each worth over $1 million when fully loaded. At first glance, a crab pot looks simple, a heavy steel frame wrapped in mesh, baited with herring or cod, and dropped into the sea. But the ones used in Alaska's king crab fishery are monsters. The largest stretch over 7 feet wide, weigh nearly 800 pounds empty, and can hold hundreds of crabs. Multiply that by 700 or 800 pots per boat, and you begin to understand the scale. Each trip costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in fuel, gear, and crew pay. And when the waves hit 30 feet high and the temperature drops below freezing, those pots become both lifeline and liability. Number 10 belongs to the Northern Edge, a veteran vessel out of Dutch Harbor. Her crew deploys 750 steel pots, each one capable of hauling up to 500 pounds of king crab. When full, the value of a single pot can top $1.1 million, depending on market price and catch quality. But these fortunes don't come easy. The crew works around the clock, in icy winds and near darkness, hauling, emptying, rebaiting, and resetting hundreds of pots in shifts that last 20 hours. Sleep is a luxury. Safety is a gamble. Number 9 is the Titanic, a boat famous among crabbers for its custom-built super pots. These monsters are reinforced with double rebar and pressure-tested to survive the crushing depths of the Bering. Each one weighs nearly half a ton and can capture over 600 live crabs in a single haul. The deckhands call them money vaults. One wrong drop, though, and that vault sinks forever, dragged down by waves, lost to the dark. Somewhere on the seafloor, thousands of these million-dollar cages lie abandoned, silent monuments to the risks that define Alaskan fishing. Number 8 goes to the Steel Commander, known for experimenting with hybrid aluminum steel pots. They're lighter, faster to pull, and reduce fuel costs, a critical advantage in an industry where every hour at sea burns thousands of dollars. In one legendary 2023 season, the Commander pulled 400 full pots in a single 72-hour window, netting over $15 million in crab. But as with all great catches, the weather nearly killed them. Winds hit 60 knots. Ice coated the deck. The crew said the pots came up looking like frozen coffins. Number 7 belongs to the Kodiak Queen, a family-run boat that defied odds by upgrading its old equipment with next-generation sonar-linked pots. Each trap was tagged with sensors that relayed movement and depth to the captain's screen. It's the closest thing to smart fishing in the North Pacific. One pot in particular, nicknamed Gold One, brought in a haul worth $1.3 million, breaking the crew's all-time record. The captain later said, "It was like pulling treasure from the deep." Number 6, the Crimson Dawn. This vessel operates on the far edge of the Aleutian chain, where the seas are raw, the weather unpredictable, and few dare to fish. Her pots are oversized beasts, built for remote waters where the crab grow largest. In 2024, the crew pulled a string of pots so heavy the hydraulic crane began to crack under strain. When they finally hauled them aboard, the catch weighed 20,000 pounds, worth nearly $10 million across the string. The Dawn made headlines, but the truth is, half the crew ended that season in the hospital from frostbite and exhaustion. At number 5 comes the Arctic Voyager, famed for running one of the largest single-pot operations in modern Alaskan history. Their gear, custom-built titanium-reinforced traps, costs more than most houses. Each one has a double-door design, maximizing catch efficiency and minimizing escape. In its peak season, One pot brought in 700 pounds of red king crab worth $1.4 million. The boat's nickname among rivals? The Bank, because when its pots go down, someone's cashing out. Number 4 is the Sea Warrior, operating out of St. Paul Island. Their massive deck cranes can handle pots bigger than small cars, and their crew works with military precision. In one storm, they lost 6 pots overboard, each worth over $1 million. The captain said it felt like watching gold fall into the abyss. But they came back stronger, upgrading every pot with GPS recovery beacons and custom rigging to withstand rogue waves. The investment paid off. The following year, they recorded the largest single-season payout in the fleet's history. Number 3 is the Iron Horizon, a technological marvel built for efficiency and scale. Her pots are remotely tracked, allowing the crew to map underwater crab migrations. They're the first in Alaska to use an AI-assisted targeting system that identifies optimal drop zones. The result? A fleet average of $1.6 million per loaded pot. It's fishing turned data science, where every cage is part of a digital network chasing one of the most profitable wild species left on the planet. Number 2, the Stormbreaker. This vessel is legendary not for its size, but its audacity. In one brutal winter, with temperatures dropping to minus 20 degrees Celsius and waves taller than trucks, the Stormbreaker set a record, hauling up a $1.8 million pot filled nearly to bursting. The footage from that season became viral across fishing circles. You can see ice caked on beards, deckhands shouting over howling wind, and the captain muttering, "Don't let go." That pot didn't just pay for their trip, it paid for the next 3 seasons. And number 1 belongs to the undisputed king of the crab fleet, the Barents Fury. Built for endurance, equipped with reinforced steel plating, and manned by a crew of hardened veterans, this ship represents the pinnacle of modern crab fishing. Her pots are custom-engineered to withstand 300-foot depths, each weighing nearly 900 pounds and capable of hauling over 1,000 crabs. In one fateful season, the Fury pulled a single pot worth an astonishing $2.1 million, a record that still stands today. When they cracked it open, the crabs inside were massive, their shells gleaming deep scarlet against the frost. The crew called it the jackpot of the Bering. But behind every million-dollar pot is a darker truth. These fishermen gamble everything, time, health, and often their lives, for a chance at fortune. The Bering Sea doesn't forgive mistakes. One wave, one snapped cable, one slip on an icy deck can turn triumph into tragedy. Still, they go back, year after year, drawn by the same promise, that somewhere out there, beneath the freezing black water, lies another pot waiting to make history. Because in the Alaskan crab game, it's never just about money. It's about proving you can master the most merciless ocean on Earth and come back with gold pulled straight from the deep.